10 kilometers north of Toronto. So I'm just north of Barrie. I've been driving for 4 hours or so to get here at this point. I got an hour and 35 minutes to my yard. 138, something like that. And I have an hour and 52 left on my clock, so should make it, as long as barring any unforeseen road closures again or anything like that. But make her down to Beamsville for tonight. So it's midnight. Just got to Beamsville, my yard, and I had 1 minute left on my e-log. Hey, it counts. So I'm hungry. Before I crash here, I'm gonna make myself something to eat. In the fridge this week, I have some good macaroni and meat sauce. I think that's what we're gonna do tonight. I have some more rice and pork chops because that's so darn good, and it was a big portion, so I had some left over. And I have a bit of what is that? Sausage and peppers from the other night. Probably between trucking in Canada and the US is the hours that you're allowed to drive. In the US it's 10, in Canada it's 13, and then you're reset overnight. In Canada is 8, and in the US it's 10. Now there are occasions where it's 10 in Canada as well. Turn up the smell-o-vision, because that's, I mean, come on. Turn that off. I'll eat. Put my little bunk heater on. Another thing I do too at night is I move everything forward. My little fridge runs and makes noise, so I put it in front and close the curtains. And you know, the table, cases of water and Gatorade and what have you, my bag and stuff, everything sits on the bed while I'm trucking. And then when I get stopped at night, move everything forward and move back here. All right, I'm gonna eat. Well, that was delicious as usual. But it's bedtime, so I'll catch you in the morning. So I just, it's the next morning. I just fired the truck up. Stuff back there. I need a haircut. I'm gonna go see my sister. She's been I guess when she started, they called them hairdressers. I don't hear that word too much anymore. I should be considered a hairstylist, but she's a few years older than me, and she did that first, I don't know how many years of her working career, but then gave it up and went down and stuff. She's always got mine. I just have to get in to see her, but we're in southern Ontario, so that's not happening today. I'm gonna do a walk around, and then I have to pull into this yard here, J-line. I don't have any tarps to do on this load. It's the second load that I loaded the other day, so just have straps. I'll roll those up, and then we'll head over to Oakville, I think, I believe, to pick up the container. J-line. Check this thing out. An old B model Mac in memory of Jim Townsley. You gather Jim is the J&J line. Cool little truck. All right. I start taking some straps off as they're loading one up here in front of me. I'll have my straps off while they do that. This is another thing I've been seeing a lot on the road sometimes. The chain or strap on the outside of this rail. It's called a rubber rail for a reason. We get sideswiped by somebody who your load's gonna be okay because they won't rip the the straps off. But I've seen so many guys lately put the straps over the rub rail. I don't know how they don't get stopped by the DOT. Put them in here proper so Jim don't get mad. We're only two guys at this outfit that do flatbeds and fuel. And so we share this trailer. Well, we share the 3 trailers between us. So we try to work the same way. We do pretty much work the same way, so that's okay. All the other flatbeds, the high boys. This is a drop deck, obviously. All the high boys, we leave the straps on, we roll them on. But this low boy, the winches aren't deep enough for the size of straps we use, for one thing. And in the winter time, they're so low they just get all frozen and cocked over with ice. Some people have a fancy strap roller and stuff. Or they use a drill or whatever, but I find this good wrist and forearm exercise. And for your hands too. I took a bit of time off from trucking at the end of 2017 to go work in a steel shop for a few years. Trained up my daughter, and then I came back to trucking. But I almost chopped my index finger, the tip. Well, I did cut the tip off, and my both these fingers, I crushed them pretty bad. So the mobility isn't great. So this actually helps. It's been over a year. So. So while I wait to get unloaded, I guess I'll see where we're going to next. Right. Picking up a container in Oakville. All right, we'll head over there. So I reset my trip at the beginning of every week. So this is Tuesday morning. Yesterday morning I didn't have too many miles the first 6.5 hours because I was just going up to the mill to load and back, mostly working hours. And then I left at supper time and came here to Beamsville. So yesterday's total was 743 kilometers. So that's, was that 460, 462, something like that, miles. And then today I'm gonna grab a container in Oakville, go back up north, and turn around, come back south. So I should have more miles today. So I'm empty at J-Line, just heading back on the QEW here, heading back towards Toronto. I'm actually going to Etobicoke to a container yard, so QE up the 403 and over there somewhere. So I'll get back to you when I get to the container yard. Burlington, Ontario. This is the first bridge they built, the steel one, the older one, and they twinned it. So I made it to the container reload yard. There's a bunch of these all over the place. Often you'll I don't know, I've been to probably 10 in the city, different ones, just all over the place. So you grab a C-can and head back north. Nice load, throw through 5 straps and ride home. Empty. It's nice. So I just got the C-can on, so throw some straps. So this is a 40-foot shipping container, C-tainer that you see on container ships. A lot of them. That's a lot of what we haul back up north. These things are popular. I have one in my yard as well. Good for storage, or cheaper than buying building a garage or a shed. Or if you don't want to fill your garage full of junk, that's what I use mine for.
get our paperwork, and hit the highway.
Oh, just got to Guthrie. Little truck stop, northbound. Ah, there it is, Northway truck stop. Northbound on Highway 11. Hey, Mary.